Yeah,
We're shooting a pilot for a reality show. The show is going to be about finding the untapped talent of America. People don't have big record deals, and it's not Star Search, and it's not that thing that's coming out of Fox. We want to go and find real artists, and we also want to get into your lives. Meaning that we're going to ask the normal questions and the not so normal questions.
Okay, you can ask
Sounds
anything
good
you
to
want.
me.
You know, because there'll be an interview part, and we don't want to say, I want to be this, I want to be that, I was born here. That's fine and dandy, but also other questions,
Okay.
you know.
You can ask me whatever you want.
Okay, and you can just say whatever you want.
Okay.
With thousands of bands, artists, and musicians searching for that big break, the Road Studio went searching for them. These are the top 3 in Los Angeles, California.
If you have a talent, I mean, God-given talent, or however you want to call it, you kind of got to roll with it. I mean, it's almost like your obligation.
I want the world to hear what I have to say. I'm not one of these underground artists who runs around here saying, I just want to keep it underground and, keep it within the community.
We've been dancing since we were 4. We've always wanted to be stars since we were 7.
The Road Studio across America. Pack up and hop on board.
What's up? Hi there, I'm Anne-Marie, and we're at the world-famous Music Grinder. This is the search for untapped talent. This is the promised land. This is where you want to end up if you want to make it big. And the Road Studio across America is going to do just that.
Hi, I'm Anne-Marie.
Sorry, Bobby Hart.
Bobby.
Mr. Double, Mr. Bob Double.
This is the world-famous Music Grinder.
Sure is. Some of the biggest names have recorded their hits right here, Snoop Dogg, Madonna, Green Day, Kiss. But this is where we fly in the winners of each episode, and they'll be right here at this beautiful console, world-famous studio, and recording their song for the Road Studio CD compilation.
Bobby,
Yes, ma'am.
you are a legend in the music business.
Thank you.
How did you get your first big break?
Well, I guess probably when I first went to New York City, got a chance to go back there and write songs, and there was just such an energy there. And the whole business took place in 2 buildings on Broadway, so you'd meet somebody in the elevator, and he'd say, hey, I need a song for Jay and the Americans, and you'd run and write it and come back. And luckily, I had 2 or 3 that then went top 10 that year, Hurt So Bad, and Come a Little Bit Closer, and Chubby Checker record or 2.
And actually, you, right out there, somewhere in America, could be sitting in the same chair that Bobby Hart's sitting in.
That's right, good luck.
The Night Kids.
So that's what it's all about. We have a tour bus that has been outfitted with the latest Pro Tools recording rig. We're going to be traveling across America to 13 different cities searching for that untapped talent. We'll talk to indie labels, radio stations, promoters, club owners. Most importantly, we're going to be talking to people on the streets. We're going to find out who's got the buzz and where the real hidden talent is. We're going to record them, film them, and get into their lives. This is raw. This is real. Real people, real artists. They have a real chance to make it. Because we're making a record of the real untapped talent across America.
Up next, the Road Studio hangs at Zuma Beach with rock musician Sean Daly as he discusses disappointments and renewed perspectives.
I meant to be someone else and somewhere by now.
Who's up first?
It's Sean Daly.
That is a rocker. Yeah, Irish guy, braids.
He sounds really good.
The song that you're going to do for the show, what's it?
Oh, Zeros. I meant to be someone else and somewhere by now. I really haven't told many people this, but I remember we're in the family van.
Right.
We're on our way to go to church on a Sunday morning. I'm thinking to myself, how old am I going to be in the year 2000? So I would think, in the van, on the way to church, where and how old, 2000, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, I'm going to have all my fucking appliances.
So what were some of your appliances?
Just like, washer and a dryer,
Right.
and like a, big kick-ass freezer for all, just endless amounts of barbecue food, and
Right.
just weird shit like that.
Mr. Mike.
Oh, I got no volume.
You hear yourself? Hello.
When you put your album together and you make it, do you think of the big label, what they would like?
Well, people have turned me on to the idea that your music is just a little too out there. you got this rock song with all these weird changes in it. And everybody's like, dude, what are you doing? You know? Like, why do you got to do that? So everybody started trying to straighten me out. Don't straighten me out.
That's a full flame on my Bic at the concert, dude.
Thanks, dude.
From rock to rap, the Road Studio journeys into the inner city to meet cutting-edge rap artist Bamboo.
To get my foot in the door, I'll do what I have to do. You know, as long as it doesn't compromise me and who I am.
Who draws the line between authenticity and illegitimacy, between captivity and autocracy, honesty and hypocrisy, luxury versus poverty, taxation versus robbery?
This area that you brought us to today, tell us about.
Leimert?
Yeah.
Oh man, Leimert Park is the place to just come hang out and vibe. It's right in the middle of South Central Los Angeles, and when people think of South Central, you think of Boys in the Hood, or you think of, you know, crack dealers on every corner, but this place is just, it's beautiful out here.
There's an invasion taking place in and around the nation of patrons who worship Jesus but think like Satan.
About a mile down that way, you're in the jungle.
Jungle, what do you mean there?
Oh, the jungle's the Baldwin Hills, which is a pretty rough part of LA. If you watch that movie Training Day, yeah, there's a part in Training Day where he goes through the jungle. There's a couple parts, and that's just right down the street. This is where I grew up, right in that little complex over there.
When we passed where you grew up, Watts District, why is there such a big gate? And it seemed like the gate was kind of pointed inside.
Yeah, pointed inside so you can't get out. There was one theory where they were saying that what they did in order to build those buildings was they had a bunch of rats, and they put them in boxes shaped like those buildings, and they put a bunch of rats to see how many they could put in before they'd start eating at each other. It's one theory, and that's how they decided to build the housing projects, to see how long it would take before we started killing each other off. What we would do is the older heads on the block who would sell crack would take little tennis balls, cut a little hole in the tennis ball, put the crack inside the tennis ball, stick it in our bike spoke, and we just ride from one neighborhood to whoever we needed to take it to. They'd switch it from a yellow tennis ball to an orange tennis ball, and then we'd get ice cream.
How old were you? How old were you when you were doing this?
9 years
Are you
old.
kidding?
Yeah. What cop is going to stop an 8, 9-year-old with a tennis ball and his bicycle? To get my foot in the door, I'll do what I have to do. You know, as long as it doesn't compromise me and who I am.
I'm about as real as it gets, homie. I talk peace, but I still throw a punch at your face, homie. I'm realistic in my thinking, that's my nature. If a player disrespects women, then I'm a player hater. Take a razor to the neck and face a rapist with a smile, just deep enough so they can lay there bleeding for a while. And child molesters get it too, several shots in the testicles and bats to his head till he numb as a vegetable. A rebel with the cause, be it laws or just because. Like Mars burning the bra on a high school lawn, I'm drawn to make a change for those who've been misled. Boom shot, then I am firing ball head. You know I said boom shot. The rebel with the car, yeah.
I really want to sell 1 million copies of my album. I want to be on MTV. I want to be on BET because I want everybody to hear the message I have without having to compromise my music.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I want everyone to hear what I have to say because I feel it's pretty important.
Boom shot. The rebel, the rebel, the rebel, the rebel, the rebel, the rebel, the rebel.
Up next, the Road Studio finds the perfect pop music pair, the darling duo Clone.
Men love to be pushed around. They do. Not a lot in a bad way, but just, hey, go get me some coffee or a little bit. They love that. They'll like it, trust me.
Really? Okay.
Oh, God, I have the worst rap. I'm the evil twin. I'm the evil twin.
We've been dancing since we were 4. We've always wanted to be stars since we were 7.
Are we all set,
When we were like 14, 15 years old, when we got our learner's permit, we like stole my mom's car to go to New York for auditions and stuff. We could be in so much trouble if we got caught. We're driving 5 hours one way and then drive back the same night.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you guys write together?
Yes,
Yes,
we do.
We wrote the song together. Well, where the song really came from is we are dancers and we got hired on an Andy Dick promo to be a zipper girl. And so we literally had these zippers on our heads and we had to run like zippers.
And it was the most humiliating experience. Sometimes it's hard because we're not getting ahead quick enough in what we want, and it's like what we have is so real and so raw that we haven't sold out.
Right.
And we're not going to. So we thought that was a really cool, deep song.
There's a girl who came from out of nowhere. She left home to be someone. Now she knows all the things she must do in this world to make it through. All the girls, they come from different places, no direction in their dreams. In a minute they lose what was sweet, sailing out to all the guys they meet. I'm a zipper girl, don't tell me if it's wrong or it's right. I'm a zipper girl who knows to go down to hold you. A zipper girl who plays the role in her own show. Just a zipper girl. Just a zipper girl.
We're going to select one artist from each episode, and that's where you come in, the viewer. You have a chance to change someone's life. Tell us who you like best. Log on to roadstudio.com or call the 800 number. At the end of the season, we're going to have a concert at the House of Blues with all 13 artists selected for the CD. It's going to be broadcast live nationwide. The climax of the concert and the whole season will be the announcement of the winner. But it doesn't end there. The winner will have a most compelling choice: $100,000 cash or an opening spot on a world tour. The bus is coming. You better be ready.
The Road Studio across America, coming soon.